Hello, I trust you're doing well. This is a part three to my series on dreams. I uploaded two, that's part one and part two, about 5 months ago. It has a purple background. I'll link those videos to in the description box of this. And the reason I'm doing a part three is because I recently came across information that is really necessary to help root out where bad dreams come from. So I start by touching on something I mentioned in the part one. And I read from Job chapter 33, verse 14 and 15. It says, "For God speaks again and again, though people do not recognize it. He speaks in dreams, in visions of the night, when deep sleep falls on people as they lie on their beds." Daniel chapter 2, verse 28 says, "But there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets, and he has shown King Nebuchadnezzar what will happen in the future. Now I'll tell you your dream and the visions you saw as you lay on your bed." First Kings chapter 3 verse 5. That night the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream, and God said, "What do you want? Ask, and I'll give it to you." First Kings 3 verse 15 says, "Then Solomon woke up and realized it had been a dream. He returned to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the Lord's covenant, where he sacrificed burnt offerings and peace offerings. Then he invited all his officials to a great banquet." Now, in the first part of the dream series, I thought I was just going to do part one and two, which I did, and I uploaded 5 months ago. But I recently, as I said, I recently got this information, and it's so important. I wanted to share for those who have been having evil dreams or lying dreams repeatedly. And in the first part, I said that dreams can be revelatory. That is, they reveal hidden things so that you can deal with it. I said dreams are instructional, and the example is when the Lord appeared, or when an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream to take Jesus to Egypt, and then also that angel also came to tell him through his dream that he had to return Jesus to their country. And I said that dreams can be prophetic. Okay, Joseph had a dream that prophesied his future. Pharaoh also had a dream that foretold the coming famine. And then I said dreams are transactional, and that is an example is what I read from First Kings chapter 3, verse 5 and 15. And this is where a lot of us actually, or a lot of the people who have negative dreams, uh, sometimes have. Okay, they usually have transactional dreams, and that is, you find people who they dream they're being injected, and then they wake up and they start falling sick. Some people dream that they were bitten, and then when they wake up, they actually begin to show signs. So that means that the dream they were having had actually, or was actually happening. And this is what happened with Solomon. He had a dream. God was asking him what he wanted. He responded in the dream. And then when he woke up, he realized it had been a dream. He went to sacrifice to the Lord. And that is how his life, unfolded. He became what was told him in the dream. So we shouldn't take our dreams for granted. And if you're somebody who has issues with your dreams, kindly listen to the part one and part two. I'll link them. And it would help me very much if you'd forward it to other people so that it will also show them what to do to have good dreams. Now, today's addition is just a small addition that I'm adding. That's why it's part three. And it says that when you have a bad or defiling dream, don't just cancel it. Okay, we usually say I renounce, I cancel, I denounce, and whatever. It says don't just do that, but disarm it by disarming the altar and the portal through which that dream was activated against you. Now, altars can be human beings, okay? Or let me just say, an altar is a meeting point between a human and a spirit. Okay, so altars can be a human being, and then altars can also be vessels. Altars can also be a place. Okay, and sometimes when somebody wants to destroy a person, they can go to a place where there's somebody who manages or mans that altar, or a presiding priest or something, and they go to give perhaps a person's photograph and things belonging to that person, and then they pay for things to be done against the person that they want to destroy. Now, thereafter, things may happen, and sometimes that person may have dreams. So when you have that dream and you just cancel it, you haven't really disarmed the attack. And this is what I found out, which is why I'm adding a part 3 to this. What my mentor said is this: you have to disarm that altar. And these are the things he mentioned. He said, call the thunder of God to shatter the altar, that altar of the evil dream. And then call the thunder of God to destroy the portal of that evil dream. So after you have dreamt and you have prayed to cancel it, now destroy that altar by calling down the thunder of God. As for me, I'll call down the thunder of God, the fire of God. I'll call down the sword of God. I'll call down every ammunition that God has to destroy the altar and its portal. So please add this to your repertoire of prayer whenever you have it, because some people repeatedly have dreams where people sleep with them, where they eat in dreams, and these are transactions that steal your coming glory, that steals your joy. It steals every good thing that the Lord was bringing. So it may be painful that you put in the effort, you do whatever needs to be done, and at the edge of your breakthrough you have a dream. Okay, you see a familiar person, you see a dead person, you see something, and then suddenly everything goes bad. You need to be able to attack that altar, so the altar and its portal, so that it doesn't repeat itself. And sometimes we change environments and there may be warfare in the environment. So you may come under certain territorial spirits that may be fighting you. Even then, you still disarm that altar by calling down the thunder of God. I will call down the fire of God, the hailstones of God, the sword of God's judgment against that altar, to destroy it, to shatter it, and against the portal of that dream, so that it doesn't come back again. Okay, so this is about it. And the other thing is, when these altars are coming against you through your dreams, what it does is it drains you. It drains you of every hope. It drains you of your comfort. It puts fear in you. And then if you have repeated disappointments as a result of these dreams, it's what we call hope deferred. It makes your heart sick. You can become depressed. You can be contaminated somewhat. So the best thing is destroy the altar and the portal. So this is what this video is up. This clip is about. Destroy the altar and the portal of every negative dream that you have had, so you can go back into your life. Remember when you had dreams about dead people, when you had dreams of eating in your sleep. It doesn't matter how palatable the food was or how savory or delicious it was. Sometimes we are deceived in our dreams. So you cancel it, you renounce it, you plead the blood of Jesus Christ over that dream. Now you destroy the portal and the altar through which that dream was projected into your life. So the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord open greater doors for you. And everything you have lost through attacks in your dreams, I pray that the Lord restores sevenfold. According to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 31, he says, when the thief is caught, and mind you, the thief is not the person you saw in your dream, the thief is the devil. Okay, so you tell the Lord, the devil has come to steal through your dreams, and you demand sevenfold restoration. That's what Proverbs chapter 6, verse 31 says. When the thief is caught, he's made to pay sevenfold of what he stole, even to the content of his household. Okay, so the Lord bless you. Thank you so much. Please share with other people so they will also know what to do, so we don't continue to fall victim to things that we have authority over. Okay, God bless you. Have a blessed day.